All right, welcome. We'll start with Senate Bill 551. I think this is a cross file, so I see some folks in the administration. You want to come on up? June, welcome. I think we've heard the bill and we've passed it over, so whatever you want to add to help us out, that'd be great.
Members of the Appropriations Committee, you've already heard me testify on the House version of this. There are just a few changes in terms of the program operation itself, is that we are keeping it at least 30 hours, paid $15 or minimum wage, whichever is higher. It creates a new entity, so this would be the Young Service Adult Option Pathway, and you'd also have Maryland Corps also run under the Department of the Service and Civic Innovation. So I think other than that, if you have any other questions, I'm here and available, and I urge a favorable report on Senate Bill 551, the SERV Act.
Where are we on the total cost of the program? Is that specified at this point in the Senate bill, or is that just still?
I believe the initial appropriation was like 14 million. And then there's 5 million that was already appropriated for the Maryland Corps program.
Okay. Any other questions? All right. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
See you soon. Senate Bill 554, National Guard. I don't know, Brad.
Yeah.
You're here this time.
I am here. Thank you, Mr. Chair, Mr. Vice Chair, members of the committee. I'll follow my colleague's lead and keep this very, very brief. But for the record, my name is Brad Fallon. I'm a Deputy Legislative Officer with the Office of the Governor, here to present Senate Bill 554, the Healthcare for Heroes Act of 2023. The legislation establishes a reimbursement program to reimburse members of the National Guard for the cost of premiums paid for health and dental care through the TRICARE Reserve Select program, which is what all of the members of the National Guard who use DoD health care are under.
Yeah, I think we heard the bill. What were the Senate changes, and are you okay with them?
We're happy with them. It caps it at $60. At $60, it'll cover individuals, but not families, but it'll cover the entire cost. So we're very happy with it, and we urge a favorable report. Appreciate it.
All right, great to see you. Thank you. Administration has, Office of the Comptroller, Senate Bill 659.
Good afternoon, Chairman Barnes, Vice Chair Chang, and members of the committee. My name is Justin Hayes. I'm the Director of State Affairs for the Comptroller's Office, and this committee has already passed out the House version of this bill, so I'll be brief as well. As you know, the financial management system that the Comptroller possesses currently is aging and is critical infrastructure, and we need to begin the process to replace that system to guarantee continued service to state agencies that rely upon it and the constituents that they serve.
Great. Excellent. We already passed the bill, right?
Yes, you did.
All right, excellent. Any questions? All right, thank you so much.
And I'll stick around. I think we have the next one.
Okay, you do. Senate Bill 660.
That's correct. And similarly, this committee also passed a version of this bill. This is just the Senate cross-file. I will note for the record that there was an amendment that I believe was left out of the Senate version of the bill, which may have been an oversight. It simply did not include the amendment that we requested related to DBM and the webmaster terminology for I think it's on the second page of the bill. But
Okay.
otherwise, we move favorable, and thank you.
We'll make sure to put that amendment back in, send it back, and hopefully they'll get it right. Any questions? All right, thank you.
Great, thank you all.
Senate Bill 559. Is this Delegate Solomon's bill? No, but is this?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Mr. Vice Chair, and members of the committee. My name is Betsy Hickson, here on behalf of Senator Gazzoni to present Senate Bill 559, Maryland Meals for Achievement, Breakfast in the Classroom. Maryland Meals for Achievement is a successful state program that allows high-poverty schools to provide breakfast after the bell to all students at no cost. Current funding is $7.5 million, which allows 616 schools to participate in Breakfast After the Bell. This bill proposes an increased investment of $4.5 million, which would allow an additional 123 schools to participate, enabling students to have access to a healthy breakfast in the classroom. The total cost to implement MMFA in Maryland is $12 million. This program ensures that children are able to access breakfast equitably in a way that makes sense for their needs. Your committee has already heard House Bill 514, the file of this bill. Senate Bill 559 was amended to add co-sponsors and passed the Senate unanimously. Thank you, and we ask for a favorable report of Senate Bill 559.
Great, thanks for your testimony. Any questions? Thanks for being with us. Senate Bill 414, Senator Augustine. Is Senator Augustine here? Let's see, who do I have out there? Senator Mouts. Tell us your bill number. '82, gotcha. Senate Bill 82.
Thank you, Chairman, Mr. Vice Chairman, distinguished members of Appropriations Committee, Senator Johnny Mouse, District 37, Talbot, Caroline, Dorchester, Wacomico counties. The bill we're presenting today is Senate Bill 82. Senate Bill 82 would simply add Talbot, would authorize Talbot County to participate in the correctional officers' retirement
We
system.
passed this, didn't we?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions? All right, thanks, Senator. Thank you for being with us. Senator Watson, I see you with us. I think you have Senate Bill 886.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, Vice Chair, members of the Appropriations Committee. Senator Ron Watson, 23rd District, representing Prince George's County. This bill expands the circumstances under which surviving spouses of members of the U.S. Armed Services are eligible to apply for the Edward T. Conroy Memorial Scholarship Program. Under the bill, a surviving spouse is eligible if the service member died as a result of military service after December 7, 1941, or was declared to be a prisoner of war or missing in action as a result of the Vietnam conflict. As under current law, a surviving spouse of a service member who suffered a service-connected 100% permanent disability continues to be eligible regardless of the date of disability. An applicant must be a resident of Maryland at the time of the application or the time of the disabling or fatal event. I ask that you move favorably on SB 886.
All right, any questions? All right, great to see you, Senator.
Thank you.
No other bills here today, right? That was it? All right, Senate Bill 466, the chair will do. It's a direct cross-file of a House bill that we've already passed. Any questions? Okay. We have any other senators? Anybody else here to? We'll call Senate Bill 617, which is a direct cross-file of Delegate Edelson's bill, which the House has already passed. Any questions on this? All right, done with that. We can tell Senator Hedelman she doesn't need to be here.
That's so nice. What a nice greeting. I
We don't have anything else to do. Let her go ahead. 617, Senator.
I've been called to 3 committees at the same time. So I've literally gone from one to this. I am so happy you are happy to see me. I am happy to be here. I'm Shelley Edelman, Senator from District 11, and I am here on Senate Bill 617, which is a fabulous cross-file to one of your wonderful members of the committee, the MTA Fair Bill. And it's in the same exact posture. I would love for you to pass it. Thank you.
All right, great testimony.
Thank you.
A senator who's been around for a while. All right.
Thanks, everybody. Yeah, move April, right. See ya. Thanks.
Cardoza, come on up. Senate Bill 493. We have heard this bill before, and we've kind of just been waiting on your bill. We all think it's a pretty good bill, so just if you can give us the synopsis if there are any changes since the bill came in.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and Vice Chair, and to the members of all my committee, my former committee. Senator Mary Beth Carrozza, for the record, District 38, that's Worcester, Wycomico, and Somerset counties. And the bill that you heard was HB 675, and my bill is Senate Bill 493. Which is set up to form a commission to study trauma center funding in Maryland. And we're going to focus on the adequacy of trauma funding across Maryland for operating capital and workforce cost. This bill can be handled with existing resources, has no state or local impact. And just a little bit of background, just take 30 seconds here. This really came to light that we think that we need to take a look at this since we haven't looked at this since 2003. And the fund is not as effective as it was intended to be. In my own district, Mr. Chair, Title
Senator,
Health.
did you amend the bill at all? In
We
the Senate?
did add,
Can you just tell us about that?
there's we had co-sponsors and one amendment that should be in your packet, which added the MIMS,
Okay.
the executive director of MIMS and the executive director of the Maryland Healthcare Commission to the makeup of the commission.
Those seem to be fine. So.
And
Any other questions for Senator Carrozza? All right.
I
Thank
thank
you so much.
you.
Appreciate you. We'll look forward to taking a look at both these bills together. Senator Washington is here. Hey, Washington. I
My
assume
old committee. Hi, everyone. Good to see you.
Senate Bill
Chairman.
876.
Good afternoon, Chairman Barnes, and all of the new members and committee members. For the record, Senator Mary Washington. I'm honored to present Senate Bill. You have the number. It is the cross-file of HB 794. It is exactly in the same posture. I look forward to your favorable report, and I'm here for any questions.
Great. Good job. Since you're here, do you want to do 428 Washington County Senators bill as well? We don't have anybody. All right, well, thanks for being with us.
Not today.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Who have we? Senator Hester's here? Come on up. Oh, Senator Lewis Young was first. Come on up, Senator. Yep. Give me the bill number because we're just jumping around.
I have 2 bills, SB 481.
All right, we'll take 481 first.
You want to do 481 first?
Great.
Okay. That is the state retirement and pension system, non-vested account, regular interest. The cross-file is HB 424. There is only one difference between the Senate bill and the House version, and that is that in the Senate version, the decision was made to make the interest postings retroactive. And the fiscal note says that the impact would be fairly insignificant. It would come from the fund, but it wouldn't significantly change the funding of the fund. And my second bill is 574.
All right,
This
574.
is a cross-file of HB 301, State Employee Rights and Protections, and that is an exact cross-file.
Great.
Same posture.
We've moved that bill, so that's excellent. Thanks for the short
Thank
testimony.
you.
Any questions? Thanks for being with us. Senator
Thank
Hester,
you.
I think
Nice
you were up.
seeing you.
Thanks to you.
Thank you very much, Chair Barnes, Vice Chair Chang, members of the committee. It's my first time over here this year. Senator Katie Fry-Hester, for the record, here to ask for your favorable consideration of Senate Bill 2. This is the bill that addresses the SNAP and TCA benefits theft over the past year, which this committee passed unanimously. It was cross-filed with HB 502. There are a few differences between the Senate version and the House version. The first one is on Section B on page 3, which clarifies the process by which the benefit should be restored. The second one is on page 4 in Section D, which clarifies that state funds will be used to restore benefits if federal funds are not available. And the third difference is at the end on Section 5, pages 6 to 7, that establishes the Benefit Theft Restitution Fund using $2 million, which is in Governor Moore's supplemental budget. And I'd like to note that our office has cleared these changes with our cross-file, and we're planning to make conforming amendments in Senate Finance. And I just want to say that I'm really grateful for the work of my colleagues, Secretary Lopez, Delegate Lewis, and their staff, and all the advocates for making this possible.
Your work on the bill. Any questions? All right, well, thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much.
I see we have the best senator in the entire Senate here with us right now. Senator Elfreth, I'm talking about Senator Rosapep, of course. Senator Rosapep, come on. My senator, District 21.
I'll forgive it.
I was going to say my bills are going down in the Senate now with Senator Elfreth and Senator Hester and Senator Lewis Young and others, but thank you very much. I was going to say that it's great to be here with all of you, including one of my 3 favorite delegates. So thank you for the warm welcome. So Senate Bill 922 is a modest increase in funding for the Maryland Center for Construction, Innovation, and Education, which is a center that was set up about a dozen years ago at Towson to work with school systems and others to promote folks going into the construction industry. Some of you know that I've worked a lot on apprenticeship issues and workforce issues and training issues over the years to try to get the kind of terrific training pathways and career pathways we have in construction into healthcare, into IT, into teaching in other areas. Well, the construction industry has a great training and education and pathway system both in the union sector and the non-union sector. What they don't have is enough people coming in. And so what this Maryland Center for Construction, Innovation, and Education does is it basically promotes getting into the construction industry from relatively low-skilled jobs to construction management to financial jobs. There are all kinds of jobs in the construction architecture. They don't have enough people coming in. So what this does is it takes a $250,000 a year commitment to the Maryland Center and takes it up by $375,000 for the next 5 years. Appreciate your consideration. Thanks.
Good to see you, Mr. Chair. I have 3 bills, all of which passed unanimously in the Senate, and the cross-file passed the House unanimously. Senate Bill 425, if that's okay, Mr. Chair. Okay, Senate Bill 454, a pensions bill, same thing, passed the Senate 45-2, and the House file passed unanimously in the House. Okay, Senate Bill 580, Public Safety Officer Community Wellness Training Grant Fund, passed the Senate unanimously, in the House, cross-file passed unanimously in the House.
Excellent. Any questions on the unanimous bill? Thanks for being with us.
I think that's a record. Thank
All
you.
right, yes, you did good. Senator McCray. Yes, sir.
Mr. Chair, Mr. Vice Chair, it's good to be here. I also come before a bill that looks like it already passed this chamber. Get to work with a good cross-file that did a lot of work on this. It's in somewhat of the same composition, except for it has a commission on it from that standpoint. I think that there's some working through what the composition of the commission looks like, but for the most part, you all already passed this bill.
We'll just work with the bill sponsor here and see if we can come to some conclusion on the differences. And
Appreciate
your work.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a good day. Senator Bailey.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and distinguished members of the committee. Senator Bailey here. I've got 3 bills First one is Senate Bill 395. It is actually identical to House Bill 581. It passed this committee and the House of Delegates, and it passed the Senate unanimously.
Great. Any questions on 591? 395. All right. 457. Or 458, whichever one you have.
Yes, I've got them both. They're both local bills. Senate 457 is a local bill, St. Mary's County, that authorizes the commissioners of St. Mary's County to borrow up to $41 million to finance the construction, improvement, and development of public facilities in St. Mary's County. Passed the St. Mary's delegation and passed the Senate 46-0.
So this bill doesn't have YMCA, so you have a second bill that includes the YMCA?
Yes, sir.
Got it.
That's Senate Bill 458. That's also a St. Mary's County local bill, $15 million to finance the construction and improvements and development of a YMCA facility in St. Mary's County.
Great. And 639?
(639) revises and updates the statute governing the Historic St. Mary's City Commission following the findings of an independent audit into the commission's practices.
I think we passed this bill too, didn't we?
I think you heard this bill.
Oh, we heard it. Okay.
Delegate Crosby is the cross-file.
Right.
I do not think that you have taken action on the bill.
Yeah. Okay. Any questions on this last bill? All right, Senator Bailey, thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much.
Have a great day. We are down to Senator Augustine, Senator McKay, and Washington County Senators. It's going to come for that. We'll call Senate Bill 428, Washington County Senators. This is the collective bargaining for the deputy sheriffs. I think that we passed this bill out of the House already. Any questions? All right, that concludes the hearing on 428. And Senator Guile. Senate Bill 276, Senator McKay's bill. The chair will present the testimony. It's a cross-file bill that we passed unanimously regarding LEOPS for Frostburg City Police. Any questions? That concludes the bill hearing on 276. Senator McKay, I think you had a direct cross-file bill, so we sort of handled it for you, but you're your only work right now, so you might as well come on up and say something since you're here. Yeah. Tell us a joke.
Well, good afternoon. It's good to be home. You always remember home. So, same bill. I will do my best to have my fellow senators follow your lead on this one. Thank you, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
We have our Washington County Senators guy. Come on up.
Ready? We all done? Thank you. It's good to be home.
Oh.
All right. Chair Barnes, Vice Chair Chang, members of Appropriations. For the record, Senator Paul Quarterman, District 2, Washington, Frederick County. Thank you for the opportunity for Senate Bill 428. It's a local delegation bill. It authorizes full-time deputy sheriffs and correctional deputies in Washington County Sheriff's Office, excuse me.
We passed this bill, Senator? We've already passed it, right?
You already passed it?
All right.
All right, we're good.
Good testimony.
Excellent.
All
Excellent.
right. Thanks for being here.
Always like it here. Take care, guys. Hope we'll be favorable tomorrow as well.
We'll do our best. No, Augustine. Augustine got. That's right. Denise, would you like to do Senator Giles' bill? You think she'd be okay with that? All right, come on up.
Thank you. I was just thinking, oh no, do I have no more opportunities to testify in appropriations?
There you go. It's bonus. Senate Bill 494.
Sure. Good afternoon. Denise Gilmore, Legislative Director for AFSCME Council 3, here to testify in support of SB 494. This bill would convert the employees at the Maryland State, perfect timing.
Apologies. Hello, Mr. Chair, Mr. Vice Chair, members of the committee. Keep going.
I can keep going, okay. This bill would convert the employees at the Maryland State Department of Education who are currently misclassified as special appointees. So these are clerical staff, caseworkers, et cetera, into merit positions in the state personnel management system. This is a really big deal for those employees. This would give them an opportunity to not be at will anymore, as is their present status. They would have access to the grievance procedure. They would have access to union rights and bargaining rights. For us, it's a basic fairness thing. In 2019, the legislator passed legislation that would allow all new hires into the MSDE to be merit positions. So you have a situation now where you have employees coming in the door with these rights, but existing employees who have been there for many years don't. So we think this bill fixes that injustice and allows our hardworking women and men who work in the MSDE to finally have the full due process rights that they deserve. So we urge a favorable report on SB 494, and we very much thank Senator Guile for bringing it forward.
Thank you.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Anything to add?
No, I think I'm going to assume that she communicated the bill accurately. I'm happy to take any questions, though.
Any questions for Senator Guile or Denise? All right, well, great to see you all.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
And thank you, committee.
I think I can do Senator Augustine's because it is a cross-file of a bill that we heard on Commission to Strengthen Firefighting and Emergency Medical Services within Maryland. We heard the bill. Been sort of waiting on the Senate bill. Any questions on the bill? All right, we're adjourned.